Hey guys, welcome back, I guess. If you just want to hear me talk about football, that's kind of weird. But hey, I don't judge. Skip to this point if that's why you're here. Anyway, there are some things I wanted to talk about. The first is AI. I use it because I'm incomprehensible while speaking. But I'm still typing everything out. I know the technology exists for me to just type YouTube video into ChatGPT. But then it's like, is that even a disabled Danny video at that point? I mean, there were just massive writer strikes having to do with content generated by a robot. I don't know, it just feels so. I don't know how to really put it. Other people are just putting as little effort as possible in, and that content does really well. But then it's like I feel like I'm putting in a lot of effort and not achieving the same success. But then it's like, who am I really mad at? Should I be making this as low effort as possible? Again, I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about Krav Maga. I have to spell it wrong for the robot to pronounce it correctly, but oh well.
No, you're not doing Krav Maga.
I promise I am, Taco. If you're unfamiliar, Krav Maga is the martial art form that the Israeli military or the IDF uses. Krav is seen as more of a form of self-defense rather than martial arts, but it has a similar progression system. Because Krav is more self-defense oriented, you will never see a Krav Maga competition. A competition has to have some rules, but playing by the rules can be not so great in a self-defense situation. I mean, think about it. If you're ever in that horrible situation, do you really expect your attacker to follow the rules? Krav focuses on quick and efficient ways of handling a bad situation and finding a way out as quickly as possible. I know that in order to defend myself, I have to yeet myself off my chair. I would not have the option to leave after. I would potentially have to subdue an attacker until help arrived. We're going to do a quick history lesson now. Krav Maga is from Israel, as I stated. It was developed by Emi Lichtenfeld, and the slogan, "So that you may walk in peace," was developed by him as well. Darren Levine learned Krav from Emi in Israel and formed Krav Maga worldwide in the States. There are a lot of gyms that claim to teach Krav Maga, but if they're not KMW certified, they're likely just making shit up. Krav takes methods from other forms and picks what works best. It's very Jeet Kune Do, which is what Bruce Lee invented. He said take what works and ignore what doesn't. So for striking, there's a mix of traditional boxing and kickboxing. Then you have to understand aspects of wrestling and jiu-jitsu. Think mixed martial arts, but you want to get out of there as fast as possible. I'm actually wearing this shirt from the Krav Maga gym that is in my area. The gym is Valhalla, and I've been going there since before I became disabled, and the owner, Don, is just a really good guy, and they have always just taken me as I am, able-bodied or not. Having that kind of stability in my life just makes me feel so comfortable. Don is also a black belt or level 6. That is so impressive I can't even begin to describe it. Okay, I'm going to talk about football now, so if you were skipping to this point, you can stop now. I'm going to talk about my own experience with football. I hope that's okay. If not,
I'll do what I want.
Before that, the Premier Lacrosse League just played its championship game. Congratulations to the Utah Archers for winning a championship for the second consecutive year. When I was in the hospital with a brain tumor, shout out Henry Ford Health System, I watched a lot of football. And I mean a lot. I'm actually writing this on the 3-year anniversary of the CT scan that discovered a mass in my brain. I was transferred to the bigger hospital downtown so they could take a closer look at my noggin, and they discovered a tumor.
I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor. Oh, I'm a tumor.
And yeah, you know the rest. But like I said, that was 3 years ago. I remember watching Bo Nix play for Auburn. Now he's the rookie quarterback for the Denver Broncos, shout out Brandon Perna. But yeah, I remember Justin Tucker nailing a 66-yard field goal at Ford Field. I was in the vegetable garden at that point, so I remember a janitor losing his cool when that happened. I definitely would have too, if I were physically capable. I remember watching Super Bowl from the hospital. I had transferred to the Rehabilitation Institute of Michigan at that point. But Henry Ford literally went for it when I was at 4th and long. They saw a slim chance for me, and I'm here because of them. I'm just so proud and grateful to say that I am Henry. That was harder than I thought it would be to get through.
Well, I don't know what I expected.
I guess I could have used this clip too. That's not even mentioning Damar Hamlin. The man literally died on the field. And was playing the next year?
I mean, come on.
The NFL seemed to think so too, considering he was comeback player of the year. That was much easier to get through. There's another thing I have to mention though. There's been quite a bit of rhetoric about how the pass is dying. And I would say it's more so a trend where gun-slinging quarterbacks are a bit of a dying breed. Guys like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Matt Ryan have retired and they're not coming back. Now we have guys like Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen. You wouldn't necessarily call them gunslingers, but they're absolutely playmakers. So like it's fun to watch people like that make plays. I could just type ending into ChatGPT, but then it wouldn't tell you about my website disableddanny.com. It also wouldn't tell you about my cult, the Dan Fam. I wouldn't be able to depend on it to make my stupid little joke about being gentle either. I guess that's it. See you guys next week. Peace.